Hello everyone and welcome back to Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. Hey, how are you doing? Hopefully you are doing fine. Hopefully my voice doesn't break this time. That's why I am playing this short amount of time. Because my voice. So much reading. If it's like old JRPG with lots of dialogue, but there is still gameplay in bit, like fighting, adventuring, then my voice wouldn't break. But sadly, the whole game is dialogue. This is why I don't that much, at least, stream visual novels. But I still like this. This is chill game. I say chill game, but And I have been pushing this back way too much long. But yeah, how are you doing? Hopefully you're doing fine. Welcome this Tuesday evening, or day, or morning. October 19, 3:27 p.m. Wright and Co. Law Offices. That was a close one, huh, Mia? Really? Too bad. I'm sorry I missed it. Huh? Maya. So, what happened? Well, I think I've got a pretty good idea who did it. Now all I need is a motive and proof. Wow, good going, Nick. Under the initial trial system, tomorrow is the last day we have. Initial trial? What's that? That's the new court system they introduced 2 or 3 years ago. They had so many cases in the system, they decided to speed the whole process up. So under that system, trials have to end in 3 days? Yeah, pretty much. Well, we've no time to waste. Director's alibi. What happened with the director's testimony? Well, it's pretty clear that the producer and the director were both in the trailer. Huh? Which means that the killer has to be one of them. Really? Why? Because the real scene of the crime was Studio 2, where that trailer is. What? Was Maya always this excitable? Still samurai. I don't get it, Maya. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the steel samurai costume? What? You mean Mr. Hammer was wearing the costume? Yeah. But Mr. Hammer was the victim, Nick. Why would he go through the trouble of stealing it? That's what we have to find out. Well, have you noticed anything that might help us? I can see what's going on when Mia is here. So no, I haven't noticed anything. Right. Maybe we should talk to WP. WP House, right? October 19, Detention Center, Visitors Room. Mr. Wright, you did very well again today. Thank you. Oh, thanks. Could you not look like you're about to burst into tears? Wow, Nick, you must have really wowed them off. And you could wipe that grin off your face. Hey, WP, only 1 day left. Let's make it count. Yes. Told you, it's not really anything I can do to help. Ha ha ha. I'm not really sure what I can do either. Please, this is no laughing matter. Mr. Hammer. I was wondering about Mr. Hammer. He was a big star back in the day, right? But then he just dropped off the face of the earth. Oh, yes, you're right. In fact, he was my role model when I started in this business. But he just stopped taking any big roles. That's when he began appearing in little production at Global. How could he do that? I was really looking forward to a sequel to Samurai Summer. He just gave up being a star 5 years ago. Actually, now that I think about it, that was right when Miss Vasquez came to Global. 5 years ago. Could you tell me more about Miss Vasquez? Oh, the producer? She's well respected in the industry. They say she's a genius. A genius? She's been at Global Studios for 5 years now. Right off, nobody dares tell her different these days. Why is that? Ever since she came on board, we had nothing but hits. Global Studios were on its knees, but she picked it up and made it shine. Oh yeah, and what? Nothing. Forget it. I've only heard the rumors anyhow. Mr. Manella, can you tell me anything about Mr. Manella? Oh, he used to be a minor straight-to-video director. Oh, so nobody. But something in his work caught Vasquez's eye. She protested some idea to him. No one knows the name Sal Manella. He's pretty much at her beck and call though. Whenever she said jump, he asked how high and all that. I can imagine being at her neck beck and call. Though I can imagine him jumping. Actually, hello. Why, as a defense attorney, are me expected to solve the mystery? That's the prosecution's job. No. Prosecution's job is just to put someone in jail. They don't care about truth. They want someone to be punished. That's why prosecutors are always bad guys. I don't know why it is, by the way, that always in lawyer shows, prosecutors is always that I am putting this one jail, and then of course defenders are trying to do the opposite. But I have never found or seen a lawyer show where the prosecutor is, we have to prosecute someone. If they are not guilty, prove it, and then, try to help the defenders. But then again, they are also doing their job because they have to prosecute someone. It's always like you have heard about the news of people wrongly accused. In that case, wouldn't the person who was prosecuting them get the blame if it revealed that no, it was wrong? Maybe not. Studio Main Gate. October 19, Global Studios Main Gate. But I'm innocent until proven guilty. Yes. That should be the point. But then, at least in lawyer shows, it's always like you are guilty until proven innocent. The old windbag sure is quiet today. This place is really peaceful like this. Nick, I think her guard's down. Yeah. I bet we could even eat those donuts in the guard station if we wanted. You eat, you die. Phew, she's alive. Vector, hello, basically yeet every relevant piece of information at the judge until the prosecution prints out the iconic you have proven that he didn't do it, but who did do it, and to get a guilty verdict regardless. In Colombo they never show the court case of the rich bad guy getting off. No. They show us how they did it, and then Colombo getting the proof that they did it. That's the thing. In police shows, any kind of police shows, we always see that they caught who did it, but then of course we never see the court. Sometimes it is just normal person murdering someone, okay? Then there is the court case. But then there is some cases that they actually bring up that, okay, you can't say that they did it, or you can't arrest this person because they have political power. But then otherwise we never see the court cases, or I think it is never printed up that did they get away with it, because of the connections they have. And there is a bear in there, and what have I done now? Nähtävästi vihreä hevonen on nyt loukkaus. What have I done now? Mitä minä olen nyt tehnyt? En ole tehnyt mitään. Minä olen viaton. I am taking a liberty and reading this out loud. Thank you, Venom, for scaring the shit out of me. I had a spoon on top on my phone screen because I'm drinking coffee, and Venom's going live notification made my phone buzz and the spoon rattle like no tomorrow, and almost sounded like an old-timey phone ring. That's not my fault. It is not my fault. It was my message. Okay. I just made the bear die. My job has been done. Stream is over. I can't top of that. And Ashley blames me too. It was not my fault. It was on my message. It was actually the phone's fault. It was the phone. And the spoon. Producer Vasquez. I was wondering about D. Vasquez, the producer. Oh, the studio bigwigs, I love her. So she always gets her way. season Peter. Do you not like the producer? Look, the studio people don't want me talking about her. So sorry. Director Manella. Can I ask you about Sal Manella, the director? Sal, he's soft that pushover. Does whatever Vasquez tells him to. Sid treats him like dirt, but I think he likes it. Huh? Why would anyone like being treated like dirt? Oh, you sweet, literal summer child. Studios filled with ships. Only one. That doesn't make any sense, does it, Nick? No, it doesn't, Maya. Mr. Hammer. About Mr. Hammer. Ah! I heard about what you said today, cheeky whippersnapper. Me or Hammer? Poor old Hammer. Oh. She meant me. You'd like to see star down from the sky and stomp on it. Calling him criminal, a thief. I won't forget this. She's really pissed this time. You listen to me, whippersnapper. My poor old Hammer would never do such a thing. Why would he steal a Powers costume so he could sneak by me? He would never stoop so low. It's impossible. We can go check the Maybe we need to go to Studio 2. October 19, Studio 1 entrance. Think back, Nick, to the day of the murder. Mr. Hammer put on the still similar costume. Then he left from here to go to Studio 2. Yeah, this gate is before the cross section, so. Right. But why? I wonder if someone called him, like the director or the producer. So we go to Studio 2. October 19, Studio 2 entrance. Here the director, to Pin Hammer. Jack Hammer is the still porn name. Yes, Vector actually believes that Jack Hammer is a porn name because Jack likes to hammer his co-workers. Hey Nick, it's Miss Vasquez. Hello? Hello. Maya, you should at least try to be polite. I'm watching the clouds. That's all she had to say, apparently. Bill Powers. Mr. Powers wasn't the killer. You don't have to cancel the Steel Samurai. I think I'm tired of the Steel Samurai. You did it? Nick, she did it. She's the killer. My fake blood speaks to me. I know it. I know it. Oh dear. I was wondering if you could tell me about Mr. Manella. If you must talk about that man, perhaps you could talk about it in the trailer by yourselves. Oh dear. Mr. Hammer. Excuse me. Mr. Hammer came here on the day of the murder and... Shh. Perhaps you didn't hear me. I'm watching the clouds. I'm not interested in talking to you. Do something, Nick. She's really taking me off. Oh dear. Get the trailer. Wasn't the assistant cleaning up yesterday? Funny, it still seems pretty messy in here. I guess she was still on high from getting that rare card she needed. This is where they had that meeting. There are documents and paper cups scattered around. Nothing in here that could be a clue. Just some paper cups and crumpled documents. It looks like they were designing a set to use for the Steel Samurai show. You don't want to spoil anything. That accusation tells me that she is a big fan of the Steel Samurai. I'm of course referring to when Maya said she did it. Yeah, Maya is big fan. Very big fan. And that's the thing. When she saw the actor, the actor who played the Steel Samurai, without the costume, first thing Maya said was, he did it, he's the murderer, look at him. So she is that kind of person that easily jumps the gun. And yes, I have played this game originally, the I think first two cases, and then beginning of this case. So everything from this point on is new to me. At least the details. I may know some of the character designs, but otherwise I don't know nothing. I don't know how the cases play out. I think I am just thinking, yeah, I don't have any. Excuse me. I think I don't have any Ace Attorney games at all. It's one of those things that I have a faint feeling that because I have bought some of interesting games, like I think I have at least one Professor Layton game, and so on. So I have those games, but I have never played them much. They got some figures of how much the set costs. I can't believe they spent that much money on those sets. And then there is the posters of the movies. Yeah, we can't get to the Studio One anymore. Because we gave the key to her. You would actually listen to her accusations because it will be relevant in the future. Well, technically, if everybody is accusing everyone, one of the accusations will be relevant. October 19, Global Studios employee area. I guess they are not filming today either. I didn't want to see them filming, just one time. This trial will be over and done by tomorrow. You can come see them film later, I guess. This is where you found that bottle of sleeping pills, right? Aha. I wonder if there are any other clues around. Oh no. No, that's it. Eek. I can't decide. Should I try to give him, you know, this kind of action, see? Oh, sorry, pal. You know, like Chief Bigum. Or then should it be a little bit low voice? Oh, sorry, pal. Didn't mean to frighten you. Didn't mean... Almost had heart attack. I guess I can be a little dramatic at times. I suppose it's the actor in me. Dramatic indeed. Ahem. Are you a fan of Dick Kamshuveno? In this series, yes. But I won't want him to investigate my case if I ever go to court as a murderer. Anyway, I am here to examine the plate on the table. Wait, are you looking for sleeping pills? Yeah, pal. The lights is still off. The plate. So you're looking for the traces of the sleeping pills, how? For thorough examination, I gotta take the plate back to the precinct. But I have the capabilities to make a cursory examination right here. Our science guy gave me some testing solution. This reacts to these sleeping pills, see? If they're traces, it'll change color. Wow, neat! Well, Detective Kamsu, what are you waiting for? No, everything in due time, pal. Well, the testing solution and the plate change color, alright. So the food on this plate had been laced with sleeping pills. Looks like it. Found in the employee area. On it are traces of sleeping pills and a large phone. But what about the 40 murders you already committed? That's why I don't want him to investigate my case. Because he will probably frame me. I have my pride. If I want to go to jail for 40 murders, I want it to be correct. He will probably say that I knocked the victim out and then put them in a vat of acid. No, that's not the case. I poisoned the victim with 2 different kind of poisons. Then on the top of that, just in case, I caved the skull in and then I snapped the neck and then I put the body into the vat of acid. I have my pride. The investigation. How goes your investigation? To tell you the truth, it's a real mess, pal. Some people think we should pursue the case we already have against Powers. And some people think we should fit suspects. What do you think, Detective Kamsu? Well, pal, I hate to admit it, but I'm not sure I buy the case against Mr. Powers anymore. I feel kind of bad for Mr. Edgeworth, though. How is Edgeworth doing anyway? Mr. Edgeworth is out of control. He was in the waiting room and he cursed this paper cup with hot coffee in it. Oh, crushed this paper cup with hot coffee in it. Whoa. Talk about burns, pal. Wow, the fury of Edgeworth. Yeah, crushing paper cups. Cups. Bottles. Say, whatever happened with that empty bottle? Oh, the bottle was sleeping pills? Well, I got some good news for you about that. They found the victim Jack Hammer's prints on the bottle. So that means... Yep, it sounds like the one who put Powers to sleep was none other than the victim. So I was right. Found on a table in the employee area. Bears Jack Hammer's fingerprints. Dressing room. Oh, hello. What are you doing here? Oh, I was just cleaning and up the dressing room. I guess WP won't be using it anymore, so... What? Why? But WP is innocent. Yes, and I'm really grateful for all you've done. But this week is the last episode of The Steel Samurai. What? No! Mr. Hammer, I was wondering if I could ask you about Mr. Hammer. Yes? On the day of the murder, he went to Studio 2. Huh? I thought he went to Studio 1. He stole the Steel Samurai costume too. What? Why would Mr. Hammer do something like that? Oh. I guess the rumor must be true then. The rumor? Yeah. Miss Vasquez, that producer, had some kind of hold on Hammer. So she had some dirt on him. He'd do anything she said, apparently. Some dirt. What dirt? Dirt. You know, bad stuff. I know what dirt means. About 5 years ago, they were filming a movie starring Mr. Hammer. They were using the new studio, Studio 2. Some sort of accident happened during filming. After that, they never used Studio 2 again. They left the film set the way it was too. The film set? Was that trailer part of the film set? Last episode. What do you mean, the last Steel Samurai? I know it's a shock, but nothing can be done to save it now. Whoever really did kill Mr. Hammer also signed the Steel Samurai's death warrant. No. Also, I hear that Global Studio is going to change its programming. They are not going to make kids shows anymore. What? Why? I don't know. It's sad, but that's what Global Studios decided. It depends. Do they start doing, you know, shows and movies for adults to enjoy? You know, major topics and, you know, smart dialogue. Or are they just thinking that, okay, we are doing something for adults, let's put some boobs and sex and blood? Why aren't they going to make kids shows anymore? The studio bigwigs don't want the Steel Samurai around anymore. They want to forget all this ever happened. They want it quiet, you understand? How can they just do that? What about all the kids who love the Steel Samurai? It's okay, I'm sure the kids will be fine. They'll find a new hero to follow. No, that can't be true. If the program just ends, they'll be heartbroken for sure. Nick, say something. Yeah, I think evidence rather than words is called for here. Here, take a look at this. And this is... A fan collected all these photographs. The kids love the Steel Samurai. The show shouldn't be cancelled just so some adults can save face. I would think you would understand that better than anyone. You're right. Okay. But what can I do? Well, for starters, You can tell me something. Tell me what it is that Globostulus is so intent on hiding. Tell me about this accident 5 years ago. Okay. Could you tell us what happened 5 years ago? 5 years ago. Well, I can tell you what I've heard. Apparently, 5 years ago, someone died, and it was Hammer's fault. Someone died? It was an accident, of course. Anyway, the producer, Miss Vasquez, managed to wash it up. And that's the dirt she had on Hammer, Mr. Hammer. That's why Mr. Hammer would do anything Miss Vasquez asked him to. But it was an accident, right? Why didn't they just make it public? Well, you know, Mr. Hammer was a big star back then. They were afraid about what could happen to his career if word got out. I see. You know who knows more about this? Miss Oldback. She was here at the studios back then, you know. Thanks. We'll try asking her if she'll talk. What you're still slinging hound? If you like the place so much, why don't you take over for me? The old windbag doesn't look so good. Testattuun documentaries on Venusia. Hopefully they get paid enough. It is a very dangerous place. Everybody's doing their darnest to forget Hammer. Oh, why do they think made Globostulus what it is today? Hammer, it's all due to Hammer. He's starting to froth at the mouth, Nick. Maybe we should keep a safe distance? 5 years ago. I want to ask you about 5 years ago. Oh no. Chapter 1, The Harlems. Yes, first episode or chapter should always be that it hooks the people. And what people want to know? Harlems. And then the rest of the chapters, it's just the most boring stuff you can ever imagine. Hold on. Who did you hear that from? Huh? Nichols. Nichols? Nichols, Nick. Penny Nichols, that assistant we talked to. Oh, alright. Anyway, we heard about the accident. It was during filming with Jack Hammer. He killed a man, didn't he? Whippersnappers. The legend up dirt on someone passed like that. And the reason that's about it, no less. I suppose you think this is fun. No, I'm just doing my job to protect Mr. Powers. And you claim that Hammer stole Powers' costume? You want me to believe that rubbish? Or do you have some kind of proof? Proof that Hammer stole Powers' costume, huh? Do we have anything? I'm sorry, Miss Oldback, but I do have proof. I can prove that Mr. Hammer stole Mr. Boss's costume. Take that! Here's my proof. What? What's a little empty bottle supposed to prove? It's a bottle of sleeping pills with Mr. Hammer's fingerprints on it. What does that prove? I'm sure old Hammer had some sleepless nights. We also prove that he used those pills and powers. Mr. Powers ate a T-bone steak for lunch, correct? Well, yes. So, this is the plate that he used to eat the steak. These are the rest of sleeping pill powder on the plate. I see. Poor Hammer. You did wrong, Hammer. Rest your soul. Old back? Okay, you win. I'll talk. I'm tired, see? Tired of holding it all in. Miss Oldback? You're right. 5 years ago, there was an accident. A fatal accident. What's worse, a paparazzi took a photo of it. That photo, well, it caused quite a stir. And guess who made it all better? Vasquez. She has ties to the mafia. She silenced that paparazzi. That was the beginning. After that, she became a force to be reckoned with here at the studio. I see. But you have to understand, poor old Hammer never meant any harm to anyone. Miss Oldback? Hold on a minute. Poor Miss Oldback. Here, take this. A photograph? Wait a second. This is the picture. Is this the trailer in Studio 2? Hammer was supposed to fight with a bad guy on top of those stairs there. He pushed the other actor and the man fell onto the follow box fence. But how did you get this? It was a long time ago. I don't feel much like talking about it. I understand. Shows an accident involving Jack Hammer. And that's why this is bent. There's some flowers here. Wow, so pretty. They're taking good care of these. Don't get too close. That fence looks dangerous. She's not even looking. Where? What? Where did you get that? Well, Oldback. Old? She means the secretary lady, Miss Oldback, Nick. Right, anyway. Miss Vasquez, you did this incident from the press. You hid this incident from the press, didn't you? And you used it to control Mr. Hammer. The wind. The huh? It's gotten stronger, don't you think? The wind. Your conversation interests me. Let's talk about it more inside the trailer. Nick, she went inside the trailer. You came. Well then, what was that you were talking about? Why is she so eager to talk all of a sudden? Miss Vasquez, you were using that accident. You were blackmailing Mr. Hammer so you could control him, weren't you? That's why he was doing kid shows for petty change. So I'm a blackmailer now. Well, that's what it was, wasn't it? I mean, sure it was an accident, but I used it to track Mr. Hammer down from his rightful place as a star. Oh, I haven't pulled anyone down from anywhere. Mr. Hammer's career went so of its own accord. But you were the cause. You pressured him. And to think it was just an accident. Excuse me. What is this all about? You keep saying accident, accident. How are you so sure? What do you mean? Must I spell everything out for you? Think, what would it be if it wasn't an accident? No. No way. You mean Mr. Hammer did it on purpose? That is what I mean. Where's your proof? Can you prove it? Just think. Would he have let me run his life for 5 years over a mere accident? And I ran him hard, believe you me. But the secretary lady said it was an accident. Oh? Well, she was a big fan of Hammer's, you see. She jumped on the reporter who brought that photo into the studio. She wrenched it out of his hands. She did. Gave him a few bruises too. So that's why she had the photo. She's an old fool. Of course, all the reporter would need is the negatives. He could have made a copy, but he didn't. The only copy of that photo is the one you hold. Give it to me. Now. What? This is valuable evidence. Boys? Who are they? Professionals. They're good at erasing various things. What do you think? Would you like to be erased? What? The trial ends tomorrow. How unfortunate. It's a shame you'll have to miss it. Tell me why. Why do you want this photograph so badly? This is Mr. Hammer's dirt, no? Why shouldn't Dave Vasquez care about it at all? I'm sure you'll have plenty of time to think about that where you're going. So long, friends. Boys, erase away. No! Hold it right there. I heard everything, pal. Dave Vasquez, you're coming down to the president with me now. Not bad. Very well. It appears this contest will be decided tomorrow then, in court. I'll be looking forward to it. You okay, pal? Sorry I was a little late with my entrance. I don't get many chances to practice that sort of thing. Detective Gumshoe. Thank you. I was really scared. Don't mention it, pal. Just doing my job. Detective Gumshoe? Sorry, I wanted to say that line ever since I became a detective. Okay, I've got one more job to do today. I'm sure we'll run into each other again soon. Well, Nick, it looks like we're getting close to the bottom of this. And who's at the bottom? The Vasquez. Final day. trial. October 20, 10 a.m. Discreet courtroom number 4. Courtroom is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Honor. The defense is ready, Honor. Today will be the final day of this trial. I hope both the prosecution and the defense will be able to present decisive evidence. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement. In yesterday's session, the defense presented us with a new theory for this case. He claims that the scene of the crime was in fact Studio 2. Today, I will call on people present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. From the testimonies, the truth will become clear. Very well. Edgeworth seems a bit on edge today. Okay, call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls Miss D. Vasquez to the stand. Excuse me. Miss D. Vasquez is a producer who was present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. Will the witness state her name and occupation? D. Vasquez. I am a producer for Global Studios. On the day of the murder, you were in the trailer in Studio 2? As everyone here knows, yes. I dislike needless banter. If you must pontificate, do it when I'm not here. Well, Miss Vasquez. Please give the court your testimony concerning the day of the murder. Nick, I know she did it. Make her pay. Right. If she's guilty, I'll catch her with her pants down, so to speak. Oh, it's also birds. Phrasing. Day of the murder. I entered the trailer. Little before noon. The meeting began at 12 sharp. It ended at 4. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards. So we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. We found Hammer's body later when we all went to Studio 1. That's all. I have a question about one part of your testimony. You were fatigued, so had Sal take you. The van. There's a van at Studio 2. I had him take me in that. I thought it might be risky to walk, what with that monkey's head toppling over. Manala used this van to drive Vasquez to Studio 1 after the meeting in the trailer. I see. Well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. This is the final battle, Nick. Let's do it. I know how they did it. The trailer or a little before noon. By yourself? Yes. And you didn't stop it at the employee area? No. Are you always this terse? Yes. Oh dear. The meeting began at 12 sharp. It needed 4. Did no one leave during the meeting? No one. Come on, let's talk a bit more about that. Objection! The witness did not come here to engage in idle conversation. Stop interrupting the testimony. The same could be said to you, Mr. Edgeworth. And please stop banging on your little desk. It hurts my ears. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio One. And when exactly was that? I've forgotten. Maybe you could try remembering? No. The meeting ended at 4, and the rehearsal was scheduled for 5. I would think it was between those times. You would think. Come on, all you did was state the obvious, expert. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. Hold on. You had Sal take you? What does that mean? It means what I just said. I had Sal take me to Studio One in the Studio 2 van. Oh, alright. At 2:30 we took a 30-minute break in the meeting. And what were you doing during that time? Don't hit your desk. It irritates me. Yeah, Mr. Wright. Oops. It was 15-minute break. Shannon ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. Do you have someone who can verify this? Sal. No, I mean someone else. One person is enough. She committed murder during that break. She wouldn't have had time to eat a T-bone steak. If I had some evidence that proves she didn't eat that steak. Well, Nick, fine, ain't it? I sort of wish she'd said a little more. It's hard. I think she's better used to being the boss. But I'm sure you'll find some kind of contradiction in what she said somewhere. Meeting the trailer. There's something that bothers me. Where was the bone?
Objection!
Ha! As I thought. You claim you ate a T-bone steak. But I say you did not. What's this now, Mr. Wright? Look at this. It's a plate. This plate was on the table in the employee area. As you can see, a large bone has been left behind. Mr. Wright, need I remind you it was a T-bone steak? Exactly my point. Remember, if you will, was Miss Vasquez and Mr. Manella ate at the table outside the trailer? Yet there was no bones left on the plates. The plates were bare. Miss Vasquez, tell me, how can a person eat a T-bone steak and not leave the bone? I think I know how. You're the one too. You didn't eat the steak. You didn't eat any steak during that break. You took yourself steak and threw it somewhere, like that incinerator. I see. Then what was Miss Vasquez doing during her break? Isn't obvious, Your Honor? Meeting the Steel Samurai. She was meeting with the Steel Samurai. Order? Are you saying... Yes, Your Honor. As Miss Vasquez left the trailer to eat her steak, she ran into Steel Samurai, and then you did it. You killed him with your own hands. Mr. Wright, isn't that a little presumptuous? What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? Let him claim what he wants. You say I did it? Yes. Fascinating. And here I was worried that today would be as boring as all the rest. Very well. Let us have a battle of wits, you and I. Any day, Vasquez. Good luck, Nick. Let's see. What was that murder weapon again? Oh yes, the samurai spear. Yes. I am, as you can see, a woman of petite stature. How could I possibly use that heavy spear as a weapon? You couldn't, couldn't you? I think you would have a great deal of difficulty using that as a weapon. Pretty much anyone would. Ha! You see? Yes. However, that has no bearing on this case. Meaning, the samurai spear was not the murder weapon. What? What is the meaning of this? The spear was found lying next to the victim's body. I have proof, Your Honor. I can prove that the samurai spear was not used as the murder weapon. Hello, Mr. Wright, but I haven't said anything yet. I know you well enough by now to know when you're going to present your own evidence. I can see it too, Mr. Fay, with my Fay blood. Okay, so I picked their own evidence. Enough with the old ascension. Alright. Okay, here's the real evidence, Your Honor. I can prove that was not used. I was so sure that was it. I present my proof, the so-called murder weapon. I was jumping little ahead. How could anyone use it as a murder? It was broken and the guard lady fixed it. That was my logic with that. But I jumped ahead and thinking, you know, that it was the fence. But that is the murder weapon. Not so fast. Remember that this spear broke during the morning action scene ran through, but someone fixed the spear. It was the security lady. She fixed it with duct tape. Now tell me, how is it possible for someone to stab a man who is wearing a thick costume with this through the chest? Order. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? Think about what you're... Silence. I'm the one testifying here and I will be heard. Are you quite sane? Are you even aware of what you're saying? If the samurai spear was not the murder weapon, then pray tell what was. How was Mr. Hammer killed? Well, Mr. Wright, can you tell us what the weapon was used to kill Mr. Hammer? I can tell you. Won't I make a claim like that if I couldn't tell you what the weapon was? I'm afraid your confidence can sometimes be unfounded, Mr. Wright. Well, let's see this murder weapon then. Look at this photo. What is this? Why, that's Jack Hammer standing at the top of the stairs. Order. If I cannot have order, this trial will be suspended. Mr. Wright, what is this all about? This photograph is from 5 years ago. There was an unfortunate accident at Global Studios. This is a photo of that very accident. Not a word of this was leaked to the outside. It was a close-kept secret at the studios. What does this have to do with the current case? Mr. Edgeworth, you still can't see it. See the fallen man in this photo? See how the fence post pierced him through the chest? What? Are you saying? Yes. What happened 5 years ago? Has happened again. Mr. Wright, continue. It's 2:30 p.m. on the day of the murder. Mr. D. Vasquez meets Jack Hammer outside the Studio 2 trailer. Then she did it. She pushed Mr. Hammer off the stairs onto the fence. Just like Mr. Hammer had himself done 5 years ago. Though whether she did it on purpose or by accident, I cannot say. In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer, he died in the same way that he caused another man to die. 5 years ago. Precisely. Ironic, isn't it? Oh, very creative, Mr. Wright. I can't use a man like you on my script writing staff. You deny that what I say is true? Mr. Wright, let's say for the sake of argument that the Hammer died at the trailer as you say. Yet the body was found on Studio 1, was it not? And in the evil magistrate costume, no less. Are you then claiming that I carried the body to Studio 1 and returned to the trailer all in the space of a 15-minute break? How could I have disposed of the body? The break in the meeting at the trailer lasted 15 minutes from 2:30 to 2:45. Could Jack Hammer have been pushed off the stairs to his death, then carried to Studio 1 and placed inside his costume? There wasn't enough time. Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, how could she have dealt with the body? She had another way. What if she had another way to carry the body other than with her own hands? For instance? Actually, for that matter, there was no need for her to do the deed in 15 minutes. And there was a way for you to carry that body. Interesting, let's hear it then. Mr. Wright, please show us how she carried the body. Miss Vasquez, you carried the body to Studio 1, and you used the studio van to do it. Recall your testimony. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. There was a van there, right? I had Sal drive me. You used the van to carry the body to Studio 1. Then, before everyone got there, you put the body into the magistrate costume. Hold on, Wright. Don't forget, it was Sal Manella that drove the van. Are you suggesting that Mr. Manella was a conspirator? Of course, Sal Manella has to have been a conspirator. The body had to be placed in the van and put into the costume. There's no way Miss Vasquez could have done that alone. Also, don't forget that they had to dispose of the Steel Samurai costume. They had to, because it was covered in Mr. Hammer's blood. They probably burned it in that small incinerator. Well, Miss Vasquez, shall I continue? No need. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. I lose. You win. It was fun. I win? So, what happens next? Don't! Don't Buster mock me! Don't you have anything to say? What would you like me to say? Huh? I lost? Something like that? I just said that. Wait, so you mean... D. Vasquez, so it was you. You killed Jack Hammer. Who can say? Huh? Are you sure I did it? Mr. Wright, we just engaged in a battle of wits. And the result of that battle, you proved the possibility that I murdered Hammer. Right. But that is only a possibility. Proof is another thing altogether. You lack decisive proof, Mr. Wright. What? What? Order. Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Of course, it's just as the witnesses say. Certainly, it does seem very likely she did it, but there's no proof. Edgeworth isn't true, sir. Well, I came here as a witness today. If you've no more questions, I'll be leaving. But what do I do now? Testify again. I'd like you to testify again. Testify again? Know when to give up, Mr. Wright. Think about it. Even if I were to testify again, what's the point? I can only say what I said before. The truth, Mr. Wright. I've already said all there is to say. What would happen if I said it again? You'd ask the same questions, get the same answers. I was a waste of time. Damn! To come so far only to fail. As it seems there are no further questions, I would like to end the cross-examination of the witness, Miss Vasquez. Yes, Mr. Edsworth? I was hoping to come up with a question while I was objecting, Your Honor. I didn't. I see. Very well. Your Honor, I request that the witness testify again. You are the prosecutor, are you not? Why are you badgering me? I'm your witness. I just want to hear your testimony again. Does this make any sense to you, Your Honor? I don't see that we have anything to gain by repeating the last several minutes. Mr. Edsworth, I too see little point in making Miss Vasquez repeat herself. What exactly did you want her to testify about? Well, yes, Indeed, verify, I say. Elgo. I want to hear about what happened after they found the body. After they found the body? Very well. The witness will testify to the court concerning this matter. Nick, why did Edsworth? Who knows? He probably realized she did it too. But, wasn't he the one that said he always gets a guilty verdict? After all that? Edsworth. I think this is the first time prosecutor and defenders are actually trying to corner the culprit. At least that's what I get. Officer, I tracked that man to a sharp fence in self-defense. She didn't do it on foot. She used a vehicle. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I present to you the van. By the way, be careful what you say, because no spoilers or hints. But if I ask, or if I am, actually stuck, then hints are welcome. After finding the body. So that's why I am kind of not looking in the chat, just in case. I am focusing what is on my TV. I was with Salt and Oldback, the security lady, when we found the body. The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. The security lady Oldback was quite agitated, pointing at Powers saying he did it. I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. Then I went home. You might hint but not tell me the solution. That's the thing. If I am stuck, hinting is fine. That's the thing. There's a different, there is, how do I explain this? Playing with the audience and then, someone backseating. But yeah, I understand you are giving hints, but still, those hints are very obvious. But when the question is, how can you prove that do you have proof? Don't immediately tell, was there a vehicle in there? Maybe after 10 minutes or 15, when I am actually, looks like I am stuck. But yeah, otherwise, sometimes hinting is helpful. But the question is also timing. I see no issue raised by this testimony. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. Okay, Nick, we are close, real close. She may be acting tough now, but if you put her on the spot, she's sure to falter. Find the key you need and twist the truth out of her neck. Right. These kind of games are, even if they are frustrating because what should I pick? Ah! But then, you know, I also kind of want to fail, if that's the case. I was with Sharon all back the secretary when we found the body. What time was that? We were to meet at 5 for the rehearsal, so I'd say it was 10. When exactly did you and Mr. Manila arrive at the studio? About 10 minutes before. I wasn't stuffing any bodies into costumes, mind you. Where were the other employees when you got to the studio? They weren't there yet. Well, then you could have put Hammer in that costume with Sal Manila's help. Oh, what did I just say? Did I not just say I wasn't stuffing any bodies into any costumes? You should try to listen to what people are saying, boy. Boy. The witness will continue her testimony. The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent. Mr. Powers was taking a nap, correct? So he says. Did no one go to call him? Remember what? There was a dead body lying in front of us, yet you expect me to be calm. You certainly seemed calm enough when I accused you of murder. Wait a second, wouldn't that be the other way around? The other way around? You discovered a murdered body and one person was missing, right? Wouldn't you normally go looking for the missing person? I have to agree with the defense on this one. Well, Miss Vasquez? Logically speaking, perhaps. But no one there was thinking very logically, I assure you. Also, without his still samurai costume, Powers doesn't really stand out. We often left him on the bus when shooting at the location. No one noticed he was missing. Poor Powers. Well, I suppose that explains that. Very well, Miss Vasquez, you may continue. I immediately called the Powers. Then Powers showed up. Yeah, okay. But I like I said, there's nothing on, you know, hints or anything. But the thing is, with these kind of games, let me be actually stuck and I want to fail first. Yeah. But don't worry, Vector, you are safe. What was everyone else doing at the time? No one said a thing. It was silent, completely silent. So we stood there until Powers finally arrived on the scene. Sorry, I'm late. Then silence, dead silence. Silence. Hey Nick. Why is everyone so quiet? Someone should do something to lighten things up. The secretary lady, old bag, was quite agitated, pointing at Powers, saying, "He did it!" Old bag, the secretary lady? Why did the secretary lady think Powers had done it? She said because she saw him going towards the studio. Right, the steel samurai. Did the detective arrest Mr. Powers based solely on the secretary lady's words? Perhaps not. She seems to have also given the detective that photograph. Of course, I heard all this after the fact. That photograph, meaning the one taken by the security camera. She is not known for exhibiting the best sense of judgment when it comes to Hammer. I don't think there's anything in there I can use. Has to be left out of the proceedings. Okay, this one. I am holding it everything. You asked to be left out? Yes. It seems that everyone else was questioned. And I'm really not fond of that sort of thing. But you can't just decide who the police will and won't question. Thankfully, excuse me. The studio thinks otherwise. They were nice enough to understand that since we were in a meeting, there was no way we could have been involved, thus they covered for us. Covered for you, or covered it up for you. There must have been a lot of idea on it, with all those bigwigs at the meeting. I'm sure her professionals helped convince everyone they didn't require questioning. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. The script and your direction notes. Yes, they're quite valuable. It wouldn't do to have them stolen. No, I guess not. Wait a second. They were going to filming, if I get it right, and she didn't have her notes. I thought you came to Studio One for rehearsal. Yeah, why did you bring your script and notes? Well, I was under the impression that we wouldn't be able to rehearse anything. Why? There was a murder after all. Who could think of rehearsal after that? Oh yeah, I guess. Well, Miss Vasquez, please continue. Your Honor, I have an objection to the witness's last statement. Huh? Think. Miss Vasquez said she didn't print the script because there wouldn't be a rehearsal. Could you see what that means? She would have had to know about the murder before going to Studio One. Order! Mr. Edgeworth, what you have just said is a reasonable observation. However, I find it hard to understand why the prosecution won't make such a move. Or are you thinking of a career change to defense? I appreciate the concern, Your Honor. I will stand by my statement, however, regardless of how the court sees my role here. Now, Miss Vasquez, do you have an explanation? I can't believe Edgeworth is helping me. So the prosecution is in cahoots with the defense. What kind of court is this? No matter. I think you, Master, is this is why I am thinking I probably do them these 2 hours or something because my voice is breaking. Not breaking, it heals. But you know. Still. I had a perfectly good reason to believe there would be no rehearsal. Well, the witness will change her testimony to reflect this reason. I knew that Hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scenes, so I left them behind. Hello, Soul! Miles Edgeworth, you're going to marry him. Marry him all you want. How did you know about the injury? How did I know? Sal. He told me. Sal the detective. You have to find something to back this on her here. Or everything we've done till now will have been wasted. I believe in Nick. Go get him. Okay. What do we have here? Let's sort up. Affectation. What was the time? It was silent, completely silent. The powers I haven't seen. Okay. Silence. Okay. You knew that Hammer was injured and couldn't do any actions, so you left him behind. Hammer was injured. Okay, I knew what the problem is. The assistant was there and Powers was present, absent. Powers. hammer was injured but couldn't do any action since. But it was Powers who was injured.
Objection!
You knew that Hammer was injured. Don't you think that's a little funny? I mean, it was the Steel Samurai who was injured. It was Will Powers. What? Mr. Wright, explain yourself. Yes, Mr. Hammer is dragging his left in this photo. But that's because he was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Pretending? One person was injured in the run through that morning. That person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammer. Now why did you think it was Mr. Hammer who was injured? I already said it. It was Sal who told me. That's right. He must have got it wrong. I think not. Mr. Manila was at the run through that morning. He would have known it was Mr. Powers who was injured. He saw it happen. Why would he tell you the wrong person? Miss Vasquez? You saw Hammer limping. Actually, you didn't hear anything from Mr. Manila. You saw Mr. Manila limping with your own eyes. Yes, but wasn't it Mr. Powers who was injured? Yes, but remember, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg too. He was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Oh. And when was he doing this? Well, it would have to have been it would have to have been after he put on the Steel Samurai costume and went to Studio 2 where he was murdered. Exactly. Miss Vasquez, you met him, didn't you? You saw the Steel Samurai limping. And Mr. Hammer was in that Steel Samurai suit. That's why you were confused. That's why you thought that it was Mr. Hammer who had been injured that morning. Order, order. I will have order. Witness, can you refute this claim? Yeah, let's see you sneak out of this one, Vasquez. Very well. I have a question for you. Look. Why are the hair killers always so persistent? Why in the world would I want Mr. Hammer dead? Yes, he'd fallen on hard times, but he was a star. I had nothing to gain from his death. Nothing. Yes, you would need a motive. Why would she have killed the victim? If there's a reason, it is unclear to this court. Does the defense have anything to say on the matter? In other words, can you prove she had a motive? Okay, I have proof and I'll show it to you. I'll present to the court evidence as to Miss Vasquez's motive in this murder. This is my proof. This is the photo from before. This photo reveals the motive in this murder. I'm right, aren't I, Miss Vasquez? 5 years ago, Mr. Hammer was at the height of his fame. With D. Vasquez's help, a terrible accident was kept under the carpet. Ladies and gentlemen, the case currently up for trial. It began on that day, 5 years ago. Ironically enough, that accident precipitated Mr. Hammer's fall. His fall from stardom. His guilt weighed him down, no doubt. However, you, D. Vasquez, used Mr. Hammer. You made him work for you for petty change. Bringing us to the present day, and Mr. Hammer's last role as the evil magistrate. Yes, undoubtedly, it was a constant source of fame for the ex-star. One moment, Mr. Wright. We are talking about motives here, yet you have only talked about Mr. Hammer. It almost seems as if it was Mr. Hammer who had killed the Vasquez, not the other way around. What motive would Miss Vasquez have? Yes, that's right. According to what you say, I would have had no reason to kill Hammer. He was a good source of income for me. And I never get rid of useful men. It's a policy of mine. Mr. Wright, please explain Miss Vasquez's motive for murder. Okay. Allow me to present to the court evidence proving Miss Vasquez's motive. Ai. Won't this mean Sal found out beforehand? Maybe. I think Sal... The logic we have, the Sal did something. Did everything to Miss Vasquez. This is my proof, and this tells us why Miss Vasquez wanted to kill Mr. Hammer. But the only proof is that the defense attorney has completely lost his marbles. Yeah. Find your marbles immediately, and I'm afraid I have to penalize you for this waste of court's time. Ouch. Nick, you're so close. Think this one through, please. Okay. Okay. There goes my perfect record. Okay, I am officially stuck. Now you can give me a hint. Ah, water. Hmm. This is also wrong. Yeah. Oof. She had no motive, Joanna. What's that now? It was Mr. Hammer was out for blood. And Miss Vasquez all Miss Vasquez did was push him off the stairs in self-defense. What's that now? It's simple. Course. I was tunnel visioned. Mr. Hammer was intending to kill Miss Vasquez. What? What? Joanna? Jack Hammer drugged Mr. Powers with sleeping pills. Jack Hammer snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. Jack Hammer wore the costume to fool the security lady into thinking he was Powers. Then Jack Hammer made his way to the trailer. And for what purpose, you may ask? To kill the Vasquez, who had so cruelly taken advantage of him and all those years. So you did do it, didn't you? Yes, I am guilty. It was me. Someone call an ambulance. There's blood everywhere. We are too late. Miss Vasquez. What happened here? Manuel fell from the trailer stairs. Manuel! Miss Vasquez, please try to remain calm. No. How could this? It was an accident. Mr. Hammer was doing an action scene and... No, Manuel! Don't touch him, Miss Vasquez. No! Please don't die. Please. Congratulations, Mr. Wright. I lose again. Mr. Edwards, where's the Vasquez? In the waiting lobby, Joanna. As calm and collected as ever. I see. Mr. Wright? Yes, Joanna. It appears you have brought about yet another miracle. After a couple of failures, I thank you, Joanna. I think not, Joanna. Will Powers was innocent. That he should be found so is only natural, not a miracle. Yes, you're right. Very well. This court finds the defendant Mr. Will Powers. That is all. This court is adjourned. October 21, 12 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much. I'm just glad you're okay. Yes, but it's sad. I know now that Mr. Hammer stole my costume. If had enough that he wanted to kill Miss Vasquez. But to think that he tried to frame me for the murder. It makes me so sad. Tell me why, Mr. Wright. Tell me, why did Mr. Hammer want to blame me? Well, this is what I think. Mr. Hammer wanted to put the blame on you because... It's because you were the Steel Samurai. Because I was the Steel Samurai? Mr. Hammer was a big star once. But he was reduced to acting in kids' show, and as a villain to boot. The kids love to steal samurai, and so he hated you. I think I understand. He could have just told me. I would have changed places with him anytime. I think you're missing the point. Thank you. I'm just glad it's all over. So am I. Congratulations, WP. Oh. Hehehe. Thank you. I'll be able to don the steel summer outfit once more. I can't wait to get back into that sweaty costume and... Is something wrong? No, of course not. Ah! Nick! Edgeworth. Say something, Wright. I'm not good at small talk. Huh? What? That was too bad, Edgeworth. You don't waste any time gloating, do you? No, I really want to thank you. Vaskers would have gotten away if you hadn't stepped in. Oh, pleased to meet you. I'm Powers. Edgeworth. I'm a big fan of your work, Mr. Powers. Liar. Right. I must say, I hadn't expected to meet you again after all these years. Meet again? However, in retrospect, it would have been better had we not met. Thanks to you, I am saddled with unnecessary feelings. Unnecessary feelings? Yes. Unease and uncertainty. Aren't those kind of necessary? They only serve to get in my way. You listen to me, Phoenix Wright. Don't ever show your face in front of me again. That's what I came here to tell you. Mr. Wright, was that guy your friend? What? Friends? As if. They're rivals! Right, Nick? For now we are, I guess. Huh? Why do I get the feeling I'm missing something? Come on, Nick. Tell me. What's the deal with you and Edgeworth? And so the curtain closed on another trial. I caused quite a stir by revealing that accident from 5 years ago. It was the talk of the town. Thankfully, Global Studios rethought its programming saints. They went back to making kids shows again. Nick, this is it. The new show starts today. You're going to watch it with me, right? I'll admit, I was kind of surprised. I didn't think they'd seriously go through with it. You have to buy trading cards too, okay? We have to trade with Cody and that assistant. Fine, I'll do it. Isn't it great that the WP gets to play the lead again? I wonder if they'll show his real face this time. I don't know. I don't think the world is ready for the real Will Powers. The end. Clear episode 3 of... yeah. A new episode has been added. Turnabout goodbyes. And this, the next episode. But sadly, you know, the thing is with my voice, this is a lot of reading. So what I am doing, ending this stream here, and I apologize for this being 2 hours. So that's why I am not focusing on this. No spoilers, go away, shoo. Huge spoilers. At least for tomorrow. But yeah, This is where grown men cry. No. There was a thing that makes grown men cry, but I don't remember what. There are many. But yeah. Exactly. This is... I have saved. And I continue. You're saying it will get emotional real quick. Maybe it's good time that I am then doing it tomorrow. Yeah. But yeah, because this game is so much reading, it has, it hurts my throat after a while. Not hurts, but I don't want the whole stream becoming me trying to speak English. Like that. Now I actually started coughing. Yes, I was planning to go for Neville, the bunny. But yeah, this game, this has no horror elements, so I can easily play this as a game for, even 6 hours if I wanted to. But it's just my voice. That is the problem. And then I play, tomorrow I play another stream. And then Thursday and Friday. Let's see how I feel. Let's just say I'm not making promises. But because I want to play X-Men Legends, I probably am, because of my, voice, ease in my voice. Maybe X-Men Legends, but I'm not making any promises. I am playing at... Let's see how I feel. X-Men Legends I will at least play. But then there are other games I also want to play. At least once in a stream. But for now, thank you everybody for watching. Thank you lovely people in the chat. My name is Meno. This was Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. And I will see you again next time. Same Meno channel. Goodbye.